Yo, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It's your boy Purple Slushy here. Today I'm bringing you top 5 tips and tricks for early game samurai gameplay. Hopefully I can help you guys out. Alright, so first off, when you first start, you are going to be shown your apartment. Once you come into your apartment, there is going to be a little locker here. If you go into your locker, there's going to be gear here that you can take. Like for me, there's some gear here that I can actually take right now that's actually better than what I'm already rocking. But for everyone that starts the game, there'll be like some good stuff here, like some good weapons. You'll get a nice samurai sword, which is this samurai sword. You get a katana, which you can upgrade later on through the crafting, and you go to upgrades, and then you just click on it, and you can upgrade, and from there, you're good to go. So once you come here and you get your gear, make sure that you equip the samurai sword if that's what you want to do, if that's your playstyle. For me, I love the sword gameplay. In my opinion, I feel like the swords are more OP than the guns in this game, but that's just my personal preference. Plus, I think swords are fucking dope. So that is the first tip. Second tip, skills. So when you go to your skills and you're leveling up at first, it's very, very important that you get a few key skills early game. First key skill is your blades. You want to make sure that you have sting like a bee. This increases your attack speed by up to 30%. At the first level, it's 10%. The second level, it's 20%. And the third level, it's 30%. The reason why this is so important is because when you're going up to enemies and they're shooting you with a gun and you're just swinging your sword slow, you're not going to be able to kill them fast enough and they're just going to shoot you dead. But if you go and you have sting like a bee and you can attack super, super quick, you're constantly going to be killing people super quick and you can go to the next enemy. Second passive that's super, super important is called slow and steady. When you're a sword gameplay and you're rocking the samurai sword, you're constantly going to be moving. You're going to be dashing right, you're going to be dashing left, you're going to be dashing backwards, you're going to be dashing straight ahead. Having your armor increased by 30% while moving is super, super important. This keeps you alive, and it keeps you super strong, and it keeps you super tanky while you're moving. So that's the second tip, your blades. Third tip, you want to go into the body, and you want to get true grit. True grit is very important. It increases your max stam by 10%. I can actually increase mine a little bit by 30% because I have more points now, so I'm going to do that. But if you're a blade main and you're using a lot of swords, the more stam you have, the more attacks you can pull off, the longer you can stay in a fight. So overall, it's just super, super nice to have that. So for tip number 4 is when you're using blades when you're fighting, you want to also use your grenades to help you in your combat for more pressure on your enemies, because a lot of times enemies will pin you down from a certain point, but if you throw a grenade at them, it makes them move. So once you throw that grenade and you get them to actually move, they're not gonna be able to really attack you because they're trying to go away from the grenade. So once you throw your grenade and they move, that's your time to go in and to get your attack off. Fifth tip and trick before I actually show you guys how this all ties together in an actual fight is movement. When you're moving around, you want to make sure that when you're fighting, you're constantly dashing to the right, dashing to the left, dashing backwards, getting behind cover. If I was fighting someone right here, I would be kiting a little bit, like using the environment to my advantage. And like if there's someone running this way, I would dash, get my sword out or whatever, and then attack them as soon as they come around the corner. But let's get into a fight so I can show you guys how all these tips and tricks actually play out when you're in a fight. So when you get into a mission like this, you always want to make sure that the first thing that you're always doing is you're always doing a breach protocol. It looks like I already did a breach protocol on that guy. So let's go around here and see what we're dealing with. We got 2 enemies here. This guy's probably going to kill this chick, so we are going to just stop this right off the bat. We're going to throw a flash and then go in with a heavy. Get the combo. We're going to dash to the right. We're going to combo this guy real quick, and then we're going to dash behind this little thing to the right. I'm going to heal up real quick. Alright, this guy's coming. We're going to charge a heavy. There's one more guy here. We're going to wait. We're gonna throw a flash around to the right, and then we're gonna run to the left, and then we're gonna push this guy.
Damn it!
And then there should be one guy left. He's right back here, so we are just going to try to bait this guy out. Let's see if we can. It's as easy as that. Really, when you're fighting, the main thing that you want to do with the blade is you want to use the environment to your advantage, and you also want to make sure that you're constantly dashing. If you're not constantly dashing to the left and the right, you are going to get slapped and you are going to die right off the bat. But as long as you're keeping up with everything and you're making sure that you're keeping your health up and everything, you are going to be good to go for the most part. Alright, a couple more. I forgot to tell you guys a couple more tips that I think are pretty important, just for gameplay overall and overall build for your blade. First being, if you go to your character and you go to your stats, each stat line increases your strengths in a way that's going to help you in combat based on your build. For example, if you stack in the body, it can help you increase your damage with melee weapons, which is nice. Each level gives you an extra 1.5%. When you grapple someone, you can move a little bit faster. And you can also increase your health points and stuff like for body. So that's cool and stuff. But certain missions require, like, and certain doors and stuff in the game require you to have like a certain technical ability or a certain intelligence. So for me, I feel like the sword is super strong early on, that you don't really need to stack in the body reflexes and cool right off the bat early on. Reason being is the enemies aren't going to be too hard, and two, you get a lot more out of having your technical ability up and your intelligence up mission wise, rather than having like your strength and reflexes and cool and stuff like that up. So that is pretty important. And the other thing is the things that I have in the Ripper Dog. Alright, so another thing that I want to show you guys that is pretty important is just what I have for Cyberware build wise. So far, I have installed Shock and Awe. After taking damage, there's a 2% chance of releasing a large electroshock that deals damage to nearby enemies. So this is good because when you're a samurai gameplay, you are going to be taking a lot of damage very often. So it's very important that if you have any bonuses of damage that you can do passively while you're getting attacked, it's going to help you out tremendously. Another thing that I have is Neo Fiber. This increases your evasion by 3%. This is going to help you. This is going to allow you to dodge a lot easier and take less damage when you're getting attacked. So this is pretty important to have. I have a Snack Accelerator, so it slows down time by 25% for 2 seconds when you're detected by enemies. So this is cool. Anytime you get detected, it's going to slow down enemies. So if you get into a fight and you want to not do it stealthily and you want to, you know, just go in balls to the wall, well, this gives you an advantage because once you do get detected, which you will get detected if you go balls to the wall, the first 2 seconds of the fight is going to be slowed down by 25%. So it's going to give you a chance of, you know, getting some attacks off and getting some kills off quickly. My arm, I bought a nice shoulder. It increases your armor by 200, which is really nice. And then for the hands, I just went with the ballistic, whatever this one is called. I don't even know what the name is, but increases the chance of ricochet shots with power weapons and directly links the user's optical implant to the weapon system, offering real-time data tracking. So that is basically all I have for Cyberware. So for early game, this is going to help you perfectly. Let's get into one more fight and then we will call it there. Alright, we're going to do the breach protocol first, like we always do. So, 1C55. Alright, then we're just going to wait a couple seconds for this to go through. So we're just gonna go balls to the wall with this one. Alright, let's get it. I think there's another enemy somewhere. Maybe not. But I almost died there. But as you can see, as long as you just dash and you constantly are staying moving, you're going to be Gucci. But for the most part, for beginner, that should show you guys of how to use your grenades, how to use your environment, how to use your dashes to your advantage, constantly stay moving. But until next time, it's been your boy Slushy. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, peace.